About 1.5 years after I started my first business, I experienced a tremendous setback in my life. Basically, I hit burnout. So just 1.5 years later, it was done. Done with my health, with my energy, with my power, with all my ambition. So welcome to my next step in my 22 plus years of entrepreneurial journey, where I tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, but definitely the truth, what's happened and what was necessary to get to a point where I can live the life I want to have. So I was 19 years old. I just finished school, so I did it. I finished school. I had my final exam. I also had to serve in the military for 9 months. This was in my country mandatory, so every male needs or needed to serve in the military for 9 months. Plus, on the side, I still had my business, and I was working hard. I mean, literally, massively. There was no social media around there at this time. There was no online marketing. There was no Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or all these things. Everything was not there yet. So basically, I needed to work like crazy with traditional marketing. And traditional marketing back then meant we did events. Every single day in the evening, we had events. Events for selling the products, event for building an organization and getting a lot of people in our organization. And I was doing flyers, and I was putting these posters on the walls where people can pick the numbers. And I basically was every single night between 2 to 4 hours, I was out on the streets doing these marketing activities. And during the day, I was receiving calls over call. And on average, I received between 50, 60, 70 phone calls, inbound phone calls every single day. And I invited them to the events we had set up. But the results were there, but not nearly where I wanted to have them. So basically, I was hustling so hard, but not with the best strategy and not with the best tactics and definitely not with the best tools. In addition to this, I finally finished my 13 year of school education, and I had to serve in the military. And all these things together with my experiences at a young age with bullying and also the alcoholic situation when I was 17, all these things together drove me into burnout. And there I was, 19 years old, my first company. I had my first own apartment, and I didn't have any energy anymore to get up in the morning. I was just paralyzed. I was lying in my bed, and I had no idea what was happening. I just did not know what was going on. And again, burnout back then was something nobody talked about. Nobody. It was not accepted like it is today, and it was not talked about as it is today. So I tried to talk to people about it, but basically nobody took me serious because I was young, I was ambitious, I did a lot of sports again, I was basically healthy to the outside world again, but definitely not here. So nobody took me serious. So again, I found myself in a situation where I thought nobody can help me. And over again, when I found myself in situations like this, okay, if nobody can help me, I need to help myself. And so I needed to figure out how I can get over this and how I can drive myself out of this. And the ways I started to doing this was basically, I started to go out. I hated it. I hated it so bad to leave my apartment and leave my house. But I just did it. I started with short walks. Then I increased it to do a little to do a little sports again. I went to the nature and I just did something every single day. And what really brought me out of this situation was sports, implemented routines, and taking care of myself and my personal development again. And these three things brought me out of burnout about 4 to 6 months later. And I finally felt a little positive energy again. And this opened up the situation and the opportunities for the future again. So that's the next step. And I definitely experienced these things, and I'm glad that I experienced all these things, because it's so much easier to connect with people who had tremendous experiences and bad experiences in their life. And later on, it helped me also when I'm coaching people or when I do mental health training with other people, because I was there. I experienced it on my own, so I knew what I was talking about. But back then, it was just a horrible situation I needed to get out of. So I hope you do not experience situations like this, and take care of you and do something great. See you.